Namaste everyone. Today I have a simple question for you. Do you actually know yourself? Like, if you have to strip off your name, your job title, your personality test result, do you actually know what will you say about yourself? Okay, so before we move forward, I would like to introduce myself first. So hi, my name is Anin. I'm a registered yoga teacher under the International Yoga Alliance, and I got certified in 2023 at Yoga with Srinata in Mysore, India. So I've been teaching yoga for around 3 years. I'm also currently a student at Universitas Gadjah Mada MBA program, and that's why today I'll be talking about both yoga and leadership, specifically about how yoga can help leaders increase their self-awareness. Okay, so if you're not familiar with yoga, you might think that yoga is just a physical practice. However, it's actually an inner practice that helps us to gain personal growth and also spiritual harmony. So in order to guide us to achieve those things, yoga has 8 limbs, which is called Ashtanga, and it includes Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. And under Niyama, there's a specific concept called Svadhyaya, which means self-study. Deeper than just self-reflection, Svadhyaya is a practice of fully observing ourselves without judgment, so that we can understand our own thoughts, emotions, reactions, and patterns. I believe understanding oneself is a very important skill for a leader to have. A good leadership comes from emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence is built by self-awareness. For example, on a daily basis, we can see that anxious leaders tend to be controlling, and insecure leaders tend to compete with their team members instead of collaborating with them. These type of leaders can create unnecessary conflicts and tensions within their teams and eventually disrupt the team's productivity. This is why leaders need to be self-aware, and Svadhyaya is a tool that can help them improve their self-awareness. For example, instead of blaming their team for a failure, conscious leaders can ask themselves, what's my part in this? That question shifts the whole energy within the team into a more productive and positive direction. And that's because the goal of Svadhyaya is not to self-criticize, but it's actually to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and also to have flexibility to shift your perspective in seeing a situation. So now you might ask, what can leaders do to practice Svadhyaya? So first, leaders can start by pausing before reacting. Pausing and then think whether it's actually a wise reaction or not. Second, leaders can try to have an honest conversation with themselves regarding their thoughts and emotions on a daily basis. Lastly, leaders can be more aware of any assumptions they carry towards other people and maybe challenge those said assumptions by asking questions to the people. So, communicating instead of judging. To wrap it all up, a successful leadership isn't built in one night. It is built by consistently leading oneself through compassion, wisdom, and consciousness before leading others. Thank you for listening. Namaste.